Yo, we're back again for day 3. Day 3 is the sad day because it's the end. It's the last day, but it doesn't have to be the last day. This doesn't have to be our goodbye. This doesn't have to be the last time that we all get to work together. No. Why? Because you can connect with me if you're a part of the Astro Flipping community, and you can connect with Tarek by joining his Facebook group. And that's why there is a link in the chat right now for you guys to all join the group. What's interesting is yesterday we had roughly 600 in and out. And again, only a few hundred of you took action and joined the Facebook group. I'm just kind of wondering what it is. I know what it is. You guys are like, hey, I don't want to miss anything. I don't want to miss what these guys are doing on the screen, so I'm going to do it later. But guess what happens? You forget later because your kid comes and they throw spaghetti at you, or they say, hey, mom, or hey, dad, I got to go to the park. And then you forget, right? So we're going to give you a few moments here to just go, and it's just a quick click. Just click. Just quickly clicky.
I know. I mean, the worst part about it is they got to hear from me, you know?
I mean, honestly, Tarek, I was so like, it is brutally obvious how much you've been through in this game by your level of knowledge and understanding of like what to do, what not to do, how to talk, what order things go. And guys, you don't get that kind of knowledge without years and years and years and years of experience. Like, you got to learn from this dude. Amazing. Benson, how are you today?
I am fantastic.
I like you in, is that pink or purple?
It's red, man.
Yeah, I feel like it's maroony.
Sorry.
Jamil, those glasses.
I mean, did you see I was still squinting in my glasses a little bit?
That's in your head.
That's
so
in
your
my head.
eyes, you're nearsighted, and your color is messed up too, right? With your eyes, is that what's happening?
Let's move on to another subject. Ronnie.
Good morning, sir.
How are you today? Come on, we're giving you guys all a moment to join Tarek's Facebook group. Please join it because, A, he's going to hop in there every week. He's going to provide a phenomenal amount of value to you guys. Literally hopping on. You're hopping on with not only one of the best in the business. This guy's a TV star, man. This guy is like, he's the man. He's somebody that when I go out with Tarek, people don't know who I am. They're like, hey, look, there's Tarek and there's that chubby dude from the internet.
Yeah, but they don't know you're way cooler than me, Jamil.
No, it's anyhow. I'm just super grateful to be around y'all. Ronnie had a great night last night. So many of you reached out to Ronnie and gave him love, added him on Instagram, sent him encouraging words on social media. Ronnie felt so moved by it that he called myself, and I'm sure Tarek as well, and just told us, your guys' community is amazing. The people that you guys are around love this business, and they love you guys, and they're so positive. They're so helpful. So thank you. Thank all of you that took time out of your day to watch this and to be a part of this challenge to better your lives, and to also thank you for sending Ronnie that love. He deserves it. He did a great job yesterday. You got 2 deals. Actually, so update. In full transparency, we believed we had 2 deals yesterday locked up. Fabrice made us believe we would have both deals locked up, and unfortunately, one of them got snapped away. Actually, the one that got snapped away was the one I liked the least.
Good.
So the one that we got is the one that I like. So, Ronnie, I'm going to teach you the next step of how to sell a deal. Okay. We're going to create a deal text. Are you all fully executed in this deal?
Yes, sir. Just looking to put the EMD in this morning.
Okay. As long as you have the contract signed,
Yes, sir.
You're still under contract if you have if you've got that. So I'm gonna show you how to create a deal text, and then we are gonna sell this deal to Tarek, hopefully. And if Tarek doesn't buy this deal, no pressure, Tarek, because we've got the Dispo Warriors in the chat ready to move this deal. And we've got Keegley on this deal ready to move this deal. So we're actually going to create a little bit of competition for Tarek because you know what, Tarek? You snooze, you lose, bro.
Let's wholesale this thing to the highest bidder, Jamil.
That's awesome. Awesome. Okay. So, Ronnie, this is how we do a deal text. Okay. I want you to type this in the chat.
Okay. Yes, sir. Hold on 1 second, please.
I can type it in the chat, Ronnie, if you want to write it down.
Yeah, please. So I can keep this for.
I got you.
Okay. Thank you.
So guys, it's really important that we know how to create a deal text. Do we have a link to the photos of this property yet? By chance, has anybody downloaded photos?
No,
put them
but
in the Dropbox. Nope.
I
Okay,
can do
that's
it
fine.
back end.
Here's what we'll do. While we're waiting, can somebody download these photos for this property? Bobby, if you're backstage, if you could download them real quick and throw them in a link, or Emily, if you're able to, that would be great. And just share the address, Ronnie, with either in the chat or with Emily and Bobby, so that they can get us a picture link.
All right.
In the meantime,
what kind of link do you mean? Like Google Drive?
Yeah, Google Drive link, just to throw the photos in there.
Okay.
He does have Andorra signs in the contract. When we were talking yesterday to the agent Fabrice, he asked, "Do you want this contract assignable?" And Ronnie answered yes. So here is how you create a deal text. Line 1 is the address. I'm actually gonna type this in the chat, okay? I can't, because every time I hit enter, it's like it goes into a new thing. I just can't create like one stacked thing in Zoom chat. Do you know how to do it?
I'm working on it. I'll type it though.
Okay, address, bed bath count underneath that, square footage, lot size, year built, link to pictures, wholesale price, projected ARV. Shift enter allows a new line. God, thank you, man. This is amazing. This is the power of collaboration. No, it doesn't work.
Yeah, it doesn't work. It usually does.
Control enter, they're saying.
But just imagine each of those things on their own line, guys.
Here, I got it.
Oh, you got it? Okay.
Yeah.
Good job.
Tarek, I want you to pull this property up.
Let's do it.
Let's see if Tarek is a buyer. And guys, again, he doesn't have to be a buyer, because I truly believe that this deal is going to wholesale. In fact, we're going to give Tarek an opportunity to buy this a little bit cheaper than what we're going to go out to the masses with, so that Tarek has an incentive to move on it. Oh, I'm so bad.
Jamil, it's okay. People sent it.
Okay. Somebody did it. Address, bed bath, square foot, lot size, year built, link to pictures, wholesale price, projected ARV. Come on, Edvard. You did a good job. Thank you for showing me up. I am terrible.
Same with Olga.
Olga. I love Olga. All right, let's pull this deal up.
Wait, who's pulling it up?
Benson.
We nominate.
It's the deal we got under contract yesterday.
Yes.
Come on. Coffee, guys. Coffee.
What am I pulling up?
The address that we got under contract yesterday. I apologize, Benson. We're giving you no direction here. Ronnie, what's the address?
The address is
4687 20th Avenue.
4687. Yeah. 4687 20th Avenue, St. Petersburg.
All right. Let's comp it.
I'm downloading the photos right now.
Oh man. Denise Abreu, are you with us right now? In the chat, if you are, Denise, I want you to get this deal out to the world.
Looks like they already updated it.
Yeah, they did. Hey, what is this, Ronnie? What was the offer price on this?
We got it under contract at $225.
$225.
A 32828 square feet. This is a small house, and that means it's going to be less money to renovate.
I got a quick question, Jamil.
Yes, sir.
I'm ripping the photos, but I'm using Redfin. Does it matter where you get the photos from?
I mean, technically, they don't like it, but they you know, Redfin ain't going to send you a cease and desist on some photos.
Okay, I just Googled the address and tried to find them. So I don't know. It hasn't been renovated, right? Looks like crap inside.
It is old school.
Right here.
Okay, cool. Got it.
I'm going to put this. I like this deal a lot, and I'm going to make this offer to Tarek. Tarek, if you'd like to partner on this deal, I would partner with you on it. Meaning, I would go in half on the money, half on the profit.
All right, well, let's look at some numbers here. What's our accurate ARV?
So I'm projecting over 4. We've got this one solid comp here on Newton Avenue. That's basically a model match, but it has one less bedroom, one less bathroom. So I believe that we can add an additional $20,000 for the bed and bath.
But it looks like that closed escrow in May, which means it might have gone into escrow in March, which means it might be at a lower interest rate, right?
Possibly, yeah. It's definitely at a lower rate. Everything's at a lower rate. That was a little while ago. Let's look at if it got bid up.
A little bit.
So it did get bid up. So it went up. It went over 5K. So we're still at about 400. And Tarek wants to make an adjustment for the interest rates, and I think that that's a fair thing to do as well. So Tarek, how do you feel about going down to a 375 ARV based off this comp?
That's funny you said that. That's what I was thinking.
Cool. Let's keep looking and see if we can find something better.
In this one, 21864 square feet. Hey Jamil, do you have construction contacts in St. Petersburg if we were to flip this thing together?
I'm pretty sure we could find some. I don't right off the hop, but I do have friends who live in Tampa, St. Pete, and we could get. It would be a fun trip, you and I, to go out to Tampa and shoot some content and flip a house together. Wouldn't you think?
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Let's see if we can find a better comp here. Ooh,
Hey Tarek,
look at this.
Hey Tarek, I have some contacts out there for you too, homie.
Good.
So this one, actually, Tarek, I love this deal. I like this comp. This is a high comp, very high comp, but it also, maybe because of this comp, this gets us back to 400 ARV. Because let's take a look at this. When did this sell?
Let's see it.
It sold April.
April. So this sold in the madness. What did it list at? 450, and it closed at 475. So Tarek, I think that this comp, actually, if you take 10% off of this comp, doesn't this get our ARV back to about 400?
Yeah, I'd say about 400. What's the bed, bath, and square footage on this one?
This is a 3.2 as well.
Mm-hmm.
What's the square footage? Do you guys see that?
It is a 900. What's the square foot on this one?
It's 924.
924. So it's about 100 square feet larger than us.
One less bathroom.
Yeah,
One less bath.
I would say if it was the remodel was done well and we had it staged, I think it would get 400.
I think so too. So let's do the math here, Tarek. 400K. Tampa St. Pete's going to be slightly less of a construction cost than you're seeing in SoCal. I'm going to say it's probably going to be around $60 a foot. Would you agree to that, or do you think we should go a little bit more conservative and go higher?
Ooh, last time I got a bid out in that area, it was actually the same as California. So me looking at this, the number 100,000 pops in my mind. Now, I'm a great deal finder.
I don't want to listen. You know what I don't want to do? I don't want to make you do gymnastics to buy this deal. So we're going to go with 100,000. Okay. So let's just say Ronnie makes $5,000. Ronnie, would you be happy with a $5,000 assignment fee on this?
Of course,
Ronnie?
I would be happy. I just feel like $100,000 for 800 square feet is a little high in looking at the comps.
That's
just
a
my
good
opinion.
negotiation tactic, Ronnie. I like where your head's at.
I believe that it looks, in my experience from contacting contractors out there, it looks like $60 to $70 per square foot.
Okay.
I don't know.
But remember, we don't want Tarek to have to do gymnastics to buy this
Right.
deal.
Right.
Right.
Well, here's what I'm thinking, right? The big ticket items that are going to push up that budget high. If it needs does it need a new roof?
Let's assume it does. Let's assume this house looks like nothing's happened to it in a long time. Look at that. Look at that floor. You know how many grandmas have walked on that floor?
I mean, okay, we can call it 90, but I think by the time it's all done, it's going to be about 90.
Yeah. Okay. I like it. So we say we buy it off Ronnie for 230. We spend 90,000 on the remodel. That gets us into 320. Say we got another 10,000 in holding and closing. That gets us to 330. Tarek, if we sell for 400, that's a $70,000 profit.
It's a good buy.
You want to do it?
I'm down. You want to do it?
Here's what I'm going to say. Ronnie, we are going to, Tarek, and this is up to you. We either strike right now and we say we'll take it at 230, or Ronnie gets to make the choice to go to the public and see if he can wholesale this for $10,000. Ronnie, it's bird in the hand or two in the bush. You make the choice.
I'm going to make the choice. I believe I'm a wise man. I made the choice real quick right now. I'm going to go ahead and just do it with you guys. We're good. Let's just, yeah, we're good.
Wow.
We're good. I'm not going anywhere to anybody. We're going to go. Yeah, let's go. Let's move on. Find the next
Holy
one.
moly, guacamole. We just did a deal, guys. Ronnie just made $5,000, his first out the bat. Tarek, I think we got a good buy here, and I think you and I are going to hop on a plane. We're going to go make some beautiful content, and we're going to make $70,000 on this thing. No problem.
Sounds good to me. I'm in.
Yeah. Yeah, guys, we did it. We got Ronnie a deal. 5,000 buckaroos, homie.
Thanks, guys. You guys are rad.
Now, Ronnie,
Yeah.
I'm going to teach you a trick.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, we have an opportunity to probably get a little bit of a retrade before the inspection period ends on this thing.
Okay.
So here's how Ronnie might be able to make a little bit more money. Okay. Ronnie, I want you to hire a property inspector to go out and inspect this house. Okay. And I want you to find out if and what the major items are on this property. So Tarek and I at least know what we're walking into. Okay.
And then we'll always go for a price reduction.
And then we're going to try for a price reduction. Heck yeah. And then Ronnie, here's what I would like us to come to an agreement with right now. We're going to help you with the price reduction. We're going to help you construct a beautiful email that's going to be very, very to the point and make a lot of sense. And would you be open to splitting the price reduction with Tarek and I? So if we get 20K off, you take 10 and we take 10 off.
Oh, yeah. Yes, sir. Yeah.
Tarek, are you happy with that?
Sounds good to me.
Guys, what a flipping day today. Look at what we just accomplished. We got Ronnie a check and we have at minimum $5,000 and maybe Ronnie makes 10 or 15 grand. But this is how it's done. This is how it's done. I mean, legitimately, the money, this is a good deal. This is a good deal. We would not be able to back Tarek into an agreement on this. He would say, no, I don't like this. I don't want to, I'm not trying to lose money I love Ronnie. He let me sleep in his house when I was sick and stuff. He's a good buddy, but you know what? At the end of the day, business is business. And I got a baby El Moussa on the way. I can't just throw cash out the window. I got to worry about my kids. It was Taylor's birthday yesterday. You know how much money he spent on that? Yeah, he's got to go. But, I'm proud of you, bro. This is how this works. This is how this is done. Okay. Now, we're going to move into Tulsa, Oklahoma. But before we get into the work today, as you guys know, before we hop on the phones, we got to make sure our energy is right. And how do we do that? We begin all these with a prayer. Okay. So if this is going to bug you, no problem. You can mute me for the next 30 seconds. But if you'd like to join us, here we go. Father God, we love you so much, Lord. Thank you for today. Thank you for opening all of our eyes and giving us breath. for giving us the minds to connect and communicate with each other. God, we are so grateful for that. Lord, we ask that you guide each of us to your purpose for our lives, so that the steps we take are your steps, the words we speak, your words, the actions we take, your actions. God, we ask that you guide us to those individuals that'll be of benefit to us, either through a financial gain or a lesson we need to learn. And we ask that you deflect us from those individuals that'll waste our time or bring us harm. Lord, for any of our family members here that are in need of any additional understanding of the concepts that we'll be going through today, God, we just ask for perfect clarity in their minds. And Lord, for any of us that are in need of any physical, mental, emotional, or spiritual healing, Lord, we just pray for perfect healing in our lives. And Lord, it is with humble hearts and in your heavenly name we pray. Amen. All right, let's get to it. Come on now. We are ripe. We are ready. Ronnie is already $5,000 richer today. Tarek and I are going to have a great deal. I'm actually super pumped to go out and flip this house with you, Tarek. Maybe we keep it as an Airbnb.
I'm down.
Oh, wait.
We have options.
We got lots of options.
There it goes. Okay.
What a cool day. What a cool day, man. I'm just grateful. I'm grateful for the learning. I'm grateful for you guys to have watched this live, like really just to have seen this all unfold the way it has. Now, Tarek, now that you and I have agreed to buy this, you know, we could very well wholesale this too.
Yeah, we could.
You know,
Wholesale the wholesale. It's happened before.
Happens all the time. So, you know, Tarek, maybe what we do is we say, okay, let's see what Keegley comes back with. And then maybe we go back to Ronnie and give Ronnie a little bit more, but that's our decision because Ronnie made the choice. He picked the bird in the hand. Now, if Tarek and I have a couple of juicy birds in the bush, that's our win. It's what it is. Cool. What's on the map for Tulsa?
Well, let's take a look.
I have a lot of houses in Tulsa, Jamil. I got like 100.
This is why we're in Tulsa.
All right, I like that.
Let's check out the investor activity first. Tulsa is one of our newer markets. We just added the direct to MLS data within the last 2 weeks. So that's pretty exciting to be able to do that. But let's check it out. So obviously Oklahoma City is going to have a lot more investor activity than Tulsa is, but it doesn't mean you can't do business there. Obviously Tarek is doing a lot there. For Tarek, for you, are you doing you're buying rentals, right? And
in Tulsa I'm buying rentals. Yeah.
Are you doing any fix and flip out there?
I've done some, but typically I'm just keeping them as rentals.
Okay, so it's a good rental market. What's kind of like the average cash flow on one?
A couple $100 a month after all expenses.
Okay. Well, there is some fix and flip activity, not a ton, but if you were going to concentrate on one area of Tulsa, you know, right in here is where you're going to see a lot of fix and flips. So this is where you're going to have the good comps. This is where the buyers are at. Right in here, you know, here's all of the fix and flips in this area. You know, here's an example of one that just closed a couple days ago, actually. Sold for $228. Check out the before and after on this one. This was an MLS deal. So they got it from the MLS for $66,000. Sold it for $228. They got it at 29% of the ARV.
What month did it sell in? Yeah, I think I've been hearing about 30% of ARV is where you need to be on Tulsa, in Tulsa for sure. This was right on the money.
Yeah, this just sold 2 days ago.
Wow. Okay.
They bought it in they bought it over a year ago. So this thing was sitting for a long time. I'm not sure if it was like one of the live and fix situations, but I mean, they bought it over a year ago. But check this place out. So they just refinished the hardwood floors. They didn't put new ones in.
Yeah.
And this is Troost Trinity LLC, Ronnie. That's a new buyer you want to start reaching out to if you're going to do some business out there. Troost Trinity LLC. Here's another one. This one, huge ranch. Here's another ranch. Looks like they just painted those cabinets. Those aren't even newer. This one was direct to seller. They got it at 67% of the ARV, so really low rehab on this one.
That felt like they overpaid for this house. They definitely overpaid for this. See, this I at how many square feet? 1,800 square feet, bro. They didn't make money on this deal.
No way.
They did not make money on this deal.
Yep. But because it was direct to seller, we don't know what the condition was. It could have been just a clean.
It could have been in this exact condition. You're right. You're right. We don't know.
And then Ronnie, this is Siwa Inc. SIWA Inc. They're the buyer on this one. So I mean, if you find something that's light rehab and needs cleanup, like this might be a good target for that. Oh, check this house out. They've got a good photographer. Another direct to seller deal. They got it at 20% of the ARV. Do you see any glaring differences, Tarek, on like what a rehab would be in California compared to something like this?
I mean, they're much nicer in Cali.
Pretty similar, but and these houses have a little less bells and whistles, lower grade materials, no wallpaper, no fancy backsplash, stuff like that. But no, it looks good.
But that's the key, though. So, like, if you go into a new area, are you doing research on like what the market will support as far as like what construction is appropriate so you don't overbuild?
Yep. So I will say the best way to come up with your construction plan is by using your eyes and looking at the comps. So I look at these pictures. I make my house as nice as this house. Do I want to make it much nicer than this house? No, because it's already proven with this amount of work, we could flip it at that price.
That's smart. You guys listen to that. See, this comes from, again, you know, a a lengthy experience in the fix and flip game. I over improve all the time, Tarek. You know, we're very guilty of that. I'm not gonna
we all do it.
Yep. I'm very guilty of over improving, and that absolutely affects our bottom line. You know, I need to take some notes from the master over here and start to really pay attention to how do I get my maximum return. I'm not living in these houses, you know. Right. I'm not living in these houses. Tarek, have you ever watched an episode of Triple Digit Flip? I won't be mad if you say no.
I have not yet.
So that was so good. So we do a thing before we remodel a house where we write intentions during the remodel. We write intentions in the wall, positive affirmations, positive vibes in the walls. I want to share that little gift with you. So when you guys are flipping houses, whether or not you put it on camera or not, it would be something cool for you guys to do.
I like it.
Right on.
Yeah, he doesn't watch TV. He's too busy making money. I mean, guys, ain't nobody got time for TV. No.
So
cool. So let's start looking for some deals.
IRB, income reducing box.
Yeah. So Ronnie did some research, you know, last night and today and he's found a couple. But what I wanted to show you guys is, you know, how simple it can be with the technology here to find some deals. So when we originally started, we were looking at the investor activity here, right? So, you know, we want to target these high investor activity areas because this is where the comps are at that we're going to use to show value on our deals. So this is where we have our patent is in this scenario here, where we can click one button and it reverse engineers and it uses all those closed deals as a model for what a successful deal looks like. And then now it's basically plucking out ones that have margins that we define. Now in that green button, it's set to a 75% filter, but where do we want to be? You know, we didn't dig too deep in that. We had a couple that were lower. We had a couple that were higher.
I think in Oklahoma, we want to be at about 40% of ARV. How do you feel about that, Tarek?
Yeah, honestly, it just comes down to the math. But I would say the ARV is definitely going to be much, or the percentage of ARV is going to be much lower, is because the value is not the land or the existing property. The value is all the forced appreciation that we're doing that comes from construction.
Absolutely. And a lot of these houses are in a lot worse condition than you would get in other parts of the country as well. And so these houses, because here's the thing to remember, guys. You say, so what? You buy a house for $50,000. What if it needs $100,000 in work?
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's where the whole game comes into play, right? So
yeah, and that's why it's so impossible to even flip houses in some areas like Detroit, for example. You buy a house for $10,000, it costs you $120,000 to fix it. You're invested at $130,000, and then it's worth $90,000.
Yep. So flipping is a money losing venture in some markets, but you know what? There's some of these markets are really good for, which is what we do find in Tulsa: cash flow.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of cash flow are you seeing on houses in Tulsa, Tarek? Are you getting 1%, or are you getting 1.5%, or are you getting close to 2%?
No, I would say on average it's probably about 1%, 1.25%.
1.25%. So guys, what that means is for every $100,000 that Tarek deploys in Tulsa, Oklahoma, he's getting between $1,000 to $1,250 a month in rent. Okay, so that's the math that Tarek wants to look at. Tarek, if you find something and you pay $100,000 for it and it rents for $1,500, if you get 1.5%, is that something you want to snap up and grab?
Yep, I like it.
Okay. So guys, this is what we don't want to make Tarek do gymnastics to buy a deal. We want to give something to Tarek that's a no-brainer. This is how you build relationships with your buyers. You give them gifts. Okay, you never need to be convincing a buyer to take a deal. A buyer needs to feel grateful that you bring them opportunities. That's how these relationships work. Buyer loves you because you provide tremendous value to the buyer. Okay, so we're going to try to find Tarek a house that's going to give him 1.5% returns. Okay, let's see what we got.
So I set the filter to 50% just to give us kind of middle of the road, and we're not finding much. We've got a handful of properties here, and
these are expensive. I'm surprised.
Yeah. This one right here was a false positive. A bulk deal flagged it as a deal.
Okay.
This one here has been on the market for 6 days. It's 134.
I got a price reduction. And I got a bunch of houses in Broken Arrow. I just saw Broken Arrow.
Perfect. Let's look at the house in Broken Arrow.
Where's that at?
That's on the left. If you scroll on the left, the pictures. Scroll. It scroll up or down. It said Broken Arrow.
Oh, is the name of the street?
I think it's a. There you are.
There it is.
Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. Let's look in Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, because he likes that part. And again, guys, listen to what he's saying, right? If Tarek is going to be more likely to buy a house closer to the houses that he already owns. Why? Because he has a property management company. That makes it easier for his property management company to manage the house. Tarek, do you have access to contractors out there when you need work done?
Yep.
This one's a mess.
This house is a mess, but let's look at the rental comps on this. We learned how to do that yesterday by opening up Zillow and looking at what the for rents are in the area. Benson, would you copy this address and can we open up a Zillow window and let's see what this house would rent for? And then let's reverse engineer what we need to offer on this house for it to be a deal for Tarek.
I mean, the house is huge. It's over 2,500 square feet.
That's why this makes a great single family rental. I'm so pumped. I'm just so pumped that we did a deal today. Like, so cool.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this is a
foreclosure. So there may not be a lot of room for negotiation here, but we'll see. Is it bank owned? Do we know if it's bank owned or?
No, it's in foreclosure.
Pre-foreclosure. Got it.
So I'm trying to remember the rent. What did it pop
sorry,
up
you
here,
go up.
Or was it?
Yeah, click that. Yep. Click the X. Go to the, yeah, there you are. For rent. And now let's look at, scroll back a bit. Let's see what we got. Not high enough. This looks like this house would rent for approximately $2,000 a month at most. Actually, that's smaller than our house. Let's see. Let's open that up.
Yeah, it's only 1,800 square feet. Ours is 1,000 square foot larger than this.
Yeah, and hey guys, in order to get that 1.25%, you have to take what you paid for the house plus how much you put into it. So if you bought a house for 50,000 and had to put 50,000 into it, you're now into it for 100. So I would expect to get anywhere between 1,000 and 1,250.
Yep. So I don't think that house pencils out. Let's keep looking. Where else are you buying houses, Tarek?
Just Owasso, Broken Arrow, Tulsa, all over Oklahoma. I have houses in Atlanta. I have houses in North Carolina. I have houses in California.
Atlanta, you said, Tarek?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is going to be tough.
This one's I don't like this. I don't like this house.
Yeah, I don't like this house. Too big of a house, which means the construction is going to be expensive, which means there could be a lot of problems and the value's low and the rent's low.
Yep.
Yep. So it's not worth the energy.
Yep. All the things he just said.
Now, if it was like a 3,242, 1,300 square feet, it'd make a lot more sense.
This is funny. It's so rad listening to you guys talk. It's crazy.
We got it. We're talking money, honey.
Yeah,
just time and practice.
Super fast.
What's that?
What's that?
Black Youngsta has a line in one of his songs. He says, "Ain't talking money, hang up on him."
Here's an interesting one. This is 92K. Much smaller. It's only a 2-1. It is trashed. Look at comparables on this one. You know, nothing that's sold recently is helping the value on this. This one was flipped, but it hasn't sold yet. Been on the market for 21 days.
Nice, Bobby.
Just here to contribute.
Good one.
So this is the one that was flipped, but no one's picked it up yet.
Yeah, I'm not liking anything we're seeing over here. I think we gotta move markets, bro. I'm like, this market feels a little bit staley daily, you know?
I agree 100%.
All right.
Ronnie mentioned something about Indianapolis last night, right?
Yeah, I like Indy. You know, here's the thing.
Do it.
I like Indy. Also, Emily, guys. Emily, are you moving, Emily? When are you moving?
We're looking at mid-October.
So like now.
Yeah.
So we got to find Emily a house.
Well, she's not trying to buy a house out there right now. She's, she got a baby on the way. She's going to go hang out. Her sister just had a baby. So she wants to go live close to her sister and let their babies know each other and be homies. And I'm going to miss Emily in Phoenix, but we work remotely anyway. So it doesn't matter to me whether she's in Indianapolis or if she's in Arizona. She's still going to be a huge part of my life and my team. But her husband, he's awesome. Greg, I love the dude. And I want to see if we can find him a deal to wholesale. So let's try to find Greg an opportunity. And maybe, you know what, maybe this can help them. Maybe Ronnie makes some money and Greg makes some money and this pays for their moving expenses. What a cool dang thing that would be, right?
Yeah, Ronnie could be ack on it and Greg could dispo it.
That's what I'm saying.
Let's go.
That's what I'm saying. This is what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to make a little family action over here. You know what I'm saying?
That'll be awesome. Greg has this buyer that he works with a lot who wants 1950 and newer, 3.2, 1,000 square feet and larger.
Got it. So we have marching orders, guys. We need a 3.2, 1,000 square feet, 1950 or newer in Indy. And do you know his price points? Where does he like to buy in? What price points?
I don't know about that one. I just think the numbers need to make sense.
All right.
But
Well, hey,
Greg,
everybody.
what?
I got to go now. I got to get ready to go make some TV. So great time today, Ronnie. Good job, Jamil. Let's flip that thing. Let's find some more and everybody on. It's been a pleasure. And the key to success is simple, guys. Always keep learning, always keep growing, and never, ever, 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 ever quit. If you never quit, you never fail, and just keep going until you find success. I'm out.
Thank you.
Later, bro.
Thank you.
See you guys.
Love you, buddy.
Love you too, man. I'll see you.
See ya. Guys, make sure you join his Facebook group so you have opportunities to hang out with Tarek El Moussa more often than you probably are going to expect him to hang out with you. This guy will absolutely come in at least once a week and spend time and answer questions and just be a part of your lives. How cool is that?
Awesome. Emily, so you said 1,000 square foot plus, 1950 and newer. Would you say 3-bedroom, 2-bath plus?
Yeah.
What else?
That's all.
What about the percentage of ARV? What does he have to be below?
He just follows what he got off the ARV map. What is that, Jamil, in Indy?
Indy, it's about 45% of ARV.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that one. We'll go with what Jamil says.
45% of ARV is roughly where it needs to be. 45, 50.
Well, can we look at something real quickly here? Because I want to look at some of the investor activity real quick.
Yeah.
Just to see what actually the local buyers are doing.
Yeah.
So
maybe we can get a hold of there. We can't skip trace on this, can we, Benson?
No, we don't have a skip tracing feature. That's more of a marketing type thing.
Yep. See, this is why any of you that are like, what's the difference between batch and what's the difference between premium batch and prompt stream and batch? That's exactly what I just said. Those are marketing tools, and this is a completely different type of tool.
Mm-hmm. Do you think that skip tracing is going to go to the wayside soon, Jamil? Like, there's all this kind of gray area around, if it's legal or if it's not legal.
I don't know.
Well, this is one of the reasons why we don't have it in previews, because we don't know either. Yeah. And we're like, do we want to build this thing and put it into our system if it's not going to be available for very much longer?
Why not just partner with like Batch?
Yeah.
And offer skip tracing and privy that has, because Batch's skip tracing is, in my opinion, the best skip tracing that exists. Like I've tested their skip tracing against PropStream. I've tested it against a lot of the competitors, and it's like next level results. Maybe I should broker a meeting between Privy and Batch.
Yeah, I'd love to talk to him.
I'll line it up. Guys, that's boss moves right there. What you just saw was boss moves.
34. Last one was 46. So what I'm doing to you guys right now is I'm looking at the investor activity here in the market to get a sense of where buyers are buying at now. So I'm just looking at some of the more recent fix and flips to get a sense of, what that percentage of ARV is. 37%. This came from the MLS. The last 2 properties were MLS deals. So I open up the CMA, I go down to the before and after section here. 45%. You are pretty close, Jamil. And you just pulled that out of your head.
Oh, you're muted.
I know a little thing or two.
Yeah, it feels like you've done this before.
It's interesting. You get really good at the thing you actually do.
53. So so far, this is the highest one. It was an MLS deal.
So they overpaid a little bit for that, but maybe it was in better condition than the others, But I think 45%, 50% of ARV, that's exactly where we need to be in order for a deal to happen here.
Yeah. Okay.
Are you going to buy a house out there, Emily?
No, we're renting our primary.
Have you already found a house?
Yeah.
She ain't telling me nothing, guys.
I know, I was going to call you.
Forget. I'm learning about this. I'm learning about this in front of everybody. 400 people here all watching me she's dumping me like right here. Moving away. Crap.
Oh, goodness.
Anybody want a job?
What?
I'm playing.
Yeah.
Look at her face. She's like,
we need to get Emily.
I'm disappointed
assistant.
in you. Look at that. That's a I'm disappointed in you smile. That's the one where she's like, I'm going to break into your bank account and I'm going to transfer all your money.
Oh, totally.
To my money.
Because that would make
bank.
me feel so good.
This is where she's going to delete all my emails.
No.
All right. So I think we figured
you think
it out.
I read my emails? Delete them.
Jamil.
I'm just playing. I'm just playing with you. I love you.
I love you too. But no, I was going to call you because I want to see you before.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, dear John.
I know
dear
your
Jamil.
schedule. I know your schedule, so I'll just show up.
What date are you moving?
I think it's the second week of October.
Okay.
It all happened so fast because we found the house we wanted to rent, and then we were like, oh.
Hey, look, if there's one thing I taught you about, it was taking action, right?
Dude, I know. It's your fault.
It's good.
It's your fault.
Listen, I'm all that I want to be is an agent for growth in everybody's life who's around me. So that's what it is. What are we finding here, dude?
I am adjusting the filters here. I put exactly in what the buyer that Emily was talking to wanted, and there was like 2 matches.
Oh,
so now
okay.
I'm
well, let's take a look at this.
Maybe
we have an opportunity to negotiate this house.
Yeah, I'm just loosening up the filters a bit here.
Okay. Guys, if you have ever thought, man, I'd like to really learn more and have like real coaching calls with Jamil, we got some interesting, beautiful developments that we're doing. I'm actually going to be having real coaching calls on my YouTube. You can become a part of the Astro community, which is absolutely, in my opinion, the hands down the best thing in the world. Some of you can't do that. Some of you are like, hey, I don't have the investment available to do that. If you do have the Astro, if you would like to join the community, please click on April's link, and we'd just like to talk to you. It may make sense. And if it does, I would love to see you be a part of the community. If you're in the Astro flipping program, please say something in the chat about your experience in it, and if it was been valuable for you, and if you have made tons of money and life has been, there you go, Tabitha, changed my life. Look at this. Love it. I mean, guys, I'm telling you, the Astro community is amazing, and this is how you grow. But I'm trying something new. I'm going to be doing coaching in my little coaching calls in my YouTube. So if you would like to become a part of my YouTube community, Emily just put a link in there. And we can have some really, really high level conversations in my YouTube. I'd love to see you there. Emily just put the link in the chat.
That's an amazing idea, Jamil. You know, and I
so.
just figured out too today, you didn't say anything. You got a new book?
I do, guys. So I actually just signed the contract with Bigger Pockets yesterday. I'm going to be writing the only wholesale book ever written and published through Bigger Pockets. This guy.
Exciting.
So if you want to learn wholesale, learn from the guy who wrote the book on wholesale. And not some garbage book that I self-published and put on Amazon and then bought 1,000 copies of myself and then made it an Amazon bestseller. I don't know if I'm talking about anybody that you guys might know. No, not that kind. Not the fake thing. Not the fake book. Not a garbage book that I'm sorry. I'm not making fun of anybody in specifically, but there are people out there, influencers, that will write a book. Actually, they won't even write the book. They ghostwrite the book. I am definitely going to have help with like getting the words down. So I'm not going to pretend like I'm going to be typing, guys. I'm going to be with Gina. Gina's going to type and I'm going to talk. But these guys, they don't write. They have nothing to do with the book. And then they put it on Amazon. They charge you $10 for it or $20 for it. They buy 1,000 copies themselves. Then the book becomes an Amazon bestseller. And then they go put billboards out in the street and they say, buy my Amazon best-selling book.
Hey, Benson.
Yeah.
What do you think about 3817 North Graham Avenue?
Can you say that again?
Graham, sorry.
3817
space N as in Nancy, space Graham. G is in golf, R is in Robert, A is in Alpha, H is in hotel, A is in Apple, M is in Mary, space Avenue. There you go. So it's a 32,040 and it's built 1955.
Mm-hmm.
And it's ugly.
It definitely is.
This is 65%.
So this one didn't. Oh, look at this. Here's some comps, right? So 175, 185. That one looks like an outlier. I don't know where that price would come from if it was a bulk dealer.
Yeah, and I also just wanted to say, guys, we still have about half of you that are on today have not yet signed up with Yvette Green. Made $9,000 yesterday on her first deal. Praise God. Yvette, yes. Astro fam, let's go.
Congrats.
Guys, I'm telling you, Isham said I've more than doubled my ROI with Astro in a few months. I'm not like, guys, we ain't playing. Tabitha is a full-time nurse. She made $20,000 or $30,000. How much you make last month, Tabitha? Tell us in the chat. 25K last month. Guys, I'm not training babies here. Helena is making like 20 or 30 grand this month. We're not playing. How much money Greg making this month? Emily, any idea?
That I don't know.
They have separate bank accounts.
I don't know. Off the top of my head, I don't know.
Pamela Miller joined Astro in May and made $30,000 already. Guys, what are you doing?
Wow.
If you're not in the Astro fam, you're missing out. You are absolutely, you're just. I don't
So this
understand.
one, hey Ronnie, this one, it could work, but we're gonna have to get it for a lot lower. I mean, the best soul comp we have is here at 152, and I think this is potentially a different neighborhood. 128. So I don't know about this one, Ronnie.
And I think I understand why, right, Jamil and Benson, because the purchase price of it's going to be so low that, I mean, just like what Tarek was saying, you put something in it, it's like,
Yeah, it doesn't work. So it's 1,040 square feet. How many days on market has this been?
4.
4 days on market.
Mm-hmm.
What are we seeing the ARV at?
Well, maybe 128. This one that sold and was fixed to flip for 152.
So if
It's down here
152 is the ARV,
I mean, if that is the ARV on this one, then 99K just wouldn't work. That's a 4-1. Ours is a 3-2.
Yeah. Put an offer in for like 20,000.
no, we that's low.
Yeah.
I think the ARV is 150. We're going to be at 45%. We want to offer him 68K. You want to call him?
Yes, sir. Absolutely. Just a heads up, I have the number for Tulsa and batch dial. I switch them out to Indiana, so Indianapolis. So this should work. Sorry if it doesn't. If it doesn't, I'll use my phone.
Okay.
1 second, guys.
So this is Stephen Benedict.
Yeah, Sean is right. That sold in February. But let's see, did that one have a bid up, Benson? Let's just make sure that 150 doesn't have emotional equity in it.
Emotional.
Good question.
That needs to go in your book. The emotional equity thing. I've never heard that before.
It's a real thing. I told Rick Sharga, who is the one of the founders of Atom Data, that term of emotional equity, and his mind exploded. He was like, I think you just coined one of the most incredible terms of our of the last 5 years.
Yeah, I've never heard it before. I can't tell if there was any sort of bid up on this one. 152. Okay. So 68. Stephen.
Oh, it was originally listed for 160, so it didn't go over it. So there's no emotional equity in this deal. Also, guys, I wanted to tell you that if you listen to the latest episode of On the Market that I did for Bigger Pockets, you'll hear that Indianapolis and a lot of these Midwest markets and markets in the South, they're not correcting 10% the way that some of the high appreciation, high demand markets like SoCal and Phoenix and the more the hotter markets had spiked up. These Midwest and these more bread and butter markets, they're not correcting, and so they are holding strong with value, and that's why I think we can still call this a 150 ARV. So Ronnie, I'd say call this agent. Let's try to get this locked up at 70K or 65K. 65 to 70K.
321-7-509-2046.
Got it. Here we go, guys. It should be going through my computer, and then all right, I got that there. And then can I see the property again, Benson?
Mm-hmm.
That you're looking at? Thank you. Perfect. All right. Here we go. Can you guys hear me? Okay. Okay.
Activated.
So I'm gonna try that again. 317. So when you guys are on batch dialer, I don't know if it takes a second to manually put it in because we're just doing individual numbers. 509 2046.
These darn agents don't answer their phone.
Yeah. Okay.
It's almost like they don't want to make money.
Jamil, you're muted.
Sorry. I said it's interesting, right? These agents, they don't pick up their phones and then they wonder why they're having a hard time with things, you know?
Good morning. Hello. Hi, is this Stefan? Stephen, I apologize for saying your name incorrectly. My apologies, sir. My name's Ronnie. I'm a local investor fireman, and I was calling regarding a property that you have up for sale as a listing agent. Do you mind if we talk about it a little bit?
Sure.
Awesome. It's right now okay to talk with you, sir? You sound a little busy on the phone.
No. Before you go through your spiel, I just want to make sure that you're not a wholesaler. I've gotten 1,000 calls and I'm literally exhausted with having these conversations.
Yeah. No.
So I apologize if I sound that way, but if you need an assignable contract or a 14-day inspection or something like that, I'm not interested.
Yeah, great. No, that's not a problem at all, sir. You know what's cool is earlier I was telling you I'm a fireman, right? And firemen are like big fire engines, which a bunch of tools on that fire engine. And so sometimes I can be a wholesaler, but in this scenario, I don't want to be a wholesaler. I'm here to help you with the additional tools that I have in my fire truck. So at any point in time, I can actually help you other than just wholesaling if need be. I'm actually calling regarding the property off of Graham, 3817 North Graham Avenue. Notice it's been on market for 4 days. Can you tell me a little bit about that property in terms of the roof, because I have the pictures.
It needs complete renovation.
Okay.
Windows, roof, exterior, interior. Well, it's got exterior brick, but interior paint, some drywall, new kitchen, bathrooms, flooring,
Okay.
pretty much everything.
Okay, great. And that roof, you're saying it needs a full replacement, you're saying, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. And in terms of the owners of this property, what's going on with them? What are they looking to get help with? We're here to help. Like I said, we have all kinds of different scenarios we can help you out with. And
The owners don't need any help. They're just trying to sell the property.
okay, great. And when I go to buy this property, I'd like you to represent me as a buying agent. We go with that?
Yeah.
Okay,
No
great. Okay, great. I'm just taking down some notes right here. In terms of this property, were you able to pull comps in the area so that we can get a good?
Yeah, they're
around 190.
Send me those. Send me those.
Okay.
I'm only seeing 150.
And great. Is there any way you can send me a CRM on that?
CMA.
A CMA, excuse me, in terms of what's going on right now, a live one. Just because I like to be able to pull those comps on my end.
Because I'm only seeing
Potentially I
150.
could get a better offer into the seller, and then that'll allow. I'll be quite honest with you. I don't know as of right now.
I'm seeing 150
I'm looking around 150, 160
as ARV.
As an ARV. So based off of your information that you give me,
I need to be at
get
about
that
65,
ARV
70.
potentially higher, and then we can get the ARV up more, which will be able to get a better deal in for the seller of the property.
Sounds good.
Yeah. So What I'd like to do, are you pretty busy right now in terms of how quickly can we get that to me? Because I'd love to put an offer in today.
Pretty busy actually. I'm finishing up some stuff downtown, and then I gotta do some running. I'm headed out of the country in the morning. So.
Oh shoot, where are you going, sir?
Out of the country.
Unknown location. That's where you want to be. I like that. I like.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. No kidding. I need to get out of here too. Hey, question for you then. So if your sellers are super motivated to get rid of the property, I'm super motivated to buy the property. Is there any way we could figure this out? Because I'd like to get this going right now, and I know you're in Indianapolis. Oh, okay.
So you're talking to the person making the decision. So
perfect. Great.
Tell me what you think you can do, and then I'll tell you yes or no.
Okay. Okay.
Call you
Awesome.
back in 5.
Let me get a hold of my partner, and then I'd like to give you a call back. Are you good in about 5-10 minutes? It sounds like you're on the road, so I'd like to catch you on the road before you get to your next location so that we can be transparent and get this offering. Awesome. Awesome. And I'll give you a call back here in 5 minutes. Let me talk to my partner and then see what we can do. And here's the key is if you don't like whatever we give you, it's fine. We have other tools in our toolbox to help you out. It's simple. Sound good, Steven? Good. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I like your sales pitch better than most of them.
Hey, you know why, sir? Because I'm not selling you. I'm here to help you. I'm here to help you. Okay. Yeah, that's the trick. I'm here to help you. All right. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Come on, Ronnie. Wow, bro. Dude.
Nice, Ronnie.
That guy came out swinging at you. You see, Ronnie was like, whap, 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 pow. That was majestic, dude. It was like, I just want to make sure not wholesale good signable contract. Ronnie comes back with, well, look, I'm a fireman, and I got a fire truck, right? That means I got a ton of tools in my truck. So I got lots of tools. Sometimes I'm a wholesaler, sometimes I'm a flipper, sometimes I'm a buy and holder. I got all kinds of tools. I'm bombing and weaving. You turned that. I mean, you made that. You turned that guy was a turd.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like them.
Amazing. Amazing. Amazing.
Is there a strategy there, Jamil, where Ronnie can just give the offer instead of having to call back? I mean, is that putting him at a disadvantage?
No, I mean, I think it's never you. Tarek is right. You don't want to just come out the gate with a number like that. You really want to appear as, even though Ronnie knows what the number is,
Mm-hmm.
he doesn't want to come in and look like he's making up the number right off the top of his head, or he's not researching and he's not gathering information, and that the information that he gathered on the call didn't mean anything. Because if the man is telling you a bunch of stuff, right, and then you still come out with your number after hearing everything that they had to say, then that means that you just didn't hear or didn't listen to the things that they were talking about, and you just came in and did the thing that you were saying that you were going to do, or you were thinking you're going to do. So in psychology, you want everybody to, they want to be heard, right? That man wanted to be heard. He wanted to say, I don't want to deal with a wholesaler. I don't want to deal with assignable contracts. I'm not interested if you have a low ball. But, the way that Ronnie presented it, it was like he anchored, he positioned himself, and he created status, right? And the man even said at the end of that call, I like your sales pitch. And then Ronnie with the uppercut hit him with, I'm not selling you, man. I'm here to help you.
Yeah, that was slick.
So good.
Well, there's a couple other properties here that I think we can look at here that weren't like true comps. This one didn't pop up because it says it had a basement. That one was flipped and sold for 189. It's the same floor plan,
but it has a basement. Oh, that's why he's saying that he thinks it's a 190.
Yep.
Okay, well, let's look at the dates on this thing. When did it sell? In
This
21.
sold, that's when they bought it.
When did it
sold
sell?
in June.
Ooh, let's look at the run up on that.
So it was bid up.
Yeah, it was bid up. So Ronnie, I'd want you to, yeah, he could double close this. That way he doesn't have to have an assignable contract. I think you should still say, hey, look, I know you don't like assignable contracts, but we don't know what entity we take these down in. And so it would be better if you made it assignable for me. So I don't have to bother you with addendums or anything later on. But you know, I understand your trepidation, but I'm really here to get the deal done, not to jerk you around, you know?
Auto pause activated.
Yeah, right. Ronnie, what did you just say? Did it just say final boss activated?
It said auto pause. Let me shut this.
Oh, I thought Siri was like, hey, this guy Steven's the final boss, and we're about to get him.
All right, there we go.
Final boss activated.
All right. So can you explain that to me, Jamil? Because I'm not too familiar on the double close. I understand it, but I'm not like in terms of the lingo of what I need to tell this guy. So I'm writing it down. So
yeah, don't even talk about double close to this man. Yeah.
Right.
Here, double closing is selling the contract. What he's telling us right now, he's worried about a wholesaler. He feels he's worried that somebody's going to try to wholesale his house. And he told you he was the owner, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So that's the reason why he was acting like such a vinegar and water solution, because he was like, he had the right to, because he was the client.
Right.
Okay. So I would want you to call him back and say, okay, look, Steven, I've looked around and I think I see the 190 that you talked about. Here's my problem with it. It sold in June. It got bid up $20,000, which, you know, it's not lender backed. That $20,000 that it got bid up isn't lender backed. So that's not true equity. I like to call that emotional equity. So I think that it would have really sold at 170 if people weren't coming out of pocket with cash to close. Secondly, rates have basically 2.5 times since this sale. And so it's getting harder and harder for these to move. And so the market's correcting approximately 10%. So I'm still believing that this house is gonna, the true ARV with today's market conditions is probably 150, 160. So in order for me to actually make this deal work, I got to be in this thing for 70,000 tops.
Okay.
You want to try it?
Yes, sir. And what would your response be? So like, here's kind of how I think and how I'm looking at things. Obviously newer to this. I got like 400 people in this room right now, right? So like minus this whole thing right here, if I was by myself, I would probably call this guy back just like we're doing. And then I would probably go, because I'm not a creative finance guy and I don't know this stuff, but I would reach out to a sub-2 student or somebody, right, that could maybe potentially deal with this guy, which I have set up in my phone. I'm ready to go on that end. But is that something that I can do if he says no to it?
Yeah, if he says no, I need 100. Say, okay, here's the pitch then, okay? Say, okay, I understand price is really important to you. Well, if price is so important, can you give me terms?
Okay.
Do you have any attached financing to the property?
Okay.
Because I'd be willing to take this creatively. Or if you own it outright, would you be open to doing a seller finance?
Okay. All right.
And if he says, yeah, tell me more about it, say, you know what, I'm not really good with the nuance or the meat and potatoes of how the deal would get structured, but I have my partner is very, very good at creative. And so I just get him on the phone with you this afternoon and he could tell you how he would structure it.
Awesome. Sounds good. Okay. Here we go. Steven, right? Steven.
Isn't it funny how we started this with like 900 people and today there's 400? Just
Hey,
like
how you
in
doing, Steven?
I'm all right.
Good. Hey, it's Ronnie again, the investor fireman that called you a few minutes ago.
Yes.
Hey, so I was looking at some of the properties. The property, I was able to get a comp with an ARV of 190, which is a great thing. The problem is, though, is it was sold in June when the market was super, super hot. And I feel like it might have been bidded up about $20,000 because people were paying cash at the time. So it was like an emotional equity that was built into the house. I personally kind of feel like right now it would have to sell right around, it would be right around 170. And since there's been a market correction of around 10% and the rates have doubled since the last time that other house was purchased, everything's kind of corrected itself. So I would love to put in an offer with you if you're okay with that.
What kind of offer you want to put in?
We're looking at about 70,000 tops.
No.
Okay, and that's understandable, and I can understand why, sir. Is there any potential? Could you tell me what you're trying to get to? What's your bottom number?
90,000.
90,000. Okay, perfect.
And it closing.
Okay, great. Well, let me tell you something, sir. I may not be able to particularly help you, meaning me personally, but I have many partners in the industry that could potentially help you with creative financing on this property. Would you be interested in basically giving me the terms as long as the finances is attached?
No.
No? Okay. Let me give you a call back in a few minutes and see if I can come back with something else for you.
Sounds good.
Thank you, sir.
Man, he's tough. He's tough. He's yeah, a lot of folks are saying he's not super motivated.
No.
And I think that's true. I think that's real. I don't think that he's got a big amount of motivation. He's a real estate investor, a real estate agent. He's not feeling any pain. You did a good job, Ronnie. You did a great job. You got his number out of him, and I think that's the best that we could do. What I would probably do in this scenario is I would say, okay, so I'm not a buyer for you today at 90, and that's cool. It's just I'm too worried about where the market is headed in order to make that work. And I understand you're not a seller for anything less than 90 today, and that's fair. Are you okay if I called you in a month, and if the house is still available, maybe we can talk about you getting closer to our number?
Great. Okay. And I had a question with you on that too, Jamil. Yesterday I brought up the LOI thing. Is this something where I may want to throw in an LOI of
No,
nothing? Okay.
it's just a waste of time.
Okay.
These like LOIs usually are for high value commercial multifamily deals.
Okay.
This is not that, right? So you constructing a document, it doesn't go anywhere.
Okay.
It's just like we want to, I would way prefer you spend whatever time that you were going to spend constructing an LOI, calling 5 more sellers.
Copy.
That's my my heart with respect to what we're spending time on a day-to-day basis.
Okay.
Let's move on to another house.
Okay. Real quick, Jamil, on top of that, to maintain this relationship with this gentleman, though, do I follow up with an email on him? Because I'd like to get his email. And even though he is what he is, and he doesn't seem like really very friendly, I'd like to still punch him in his brain every month or so he knows who I am. Okay.
Of course. Look, you know, the thing is, Ronnie, we're not judgment. We don't have judgment, right? Just because the guy's got a grouchy disposition doesn't mean anything. You know, he could probably be. Have any of us seen him with his children? Have any of us seen him with his parents or his spouse? No. This man could be this man could be a jewel of a father. Yeah. Right. It's not fair of us to just paint this guy as a, a total, hard man, when all we're getting from him is a side of him right now that's got a lot of barriers up because he's apprehensive about what's going on with wholesalers and investors, and maybe he's gotten a lot of phone calls and he's just feeling away right now. But I bet you if you ever watched that guy kiss his kid, you would feel a complete different, we'd all feel completely different about him, right? So we want to make sure that we honor that, and we don't just make somebody or create an unreal or like just give him a bad point of view or label him when that's not how we should be rolling out,
Not to mention, he's got a lot on his mind right now. He's potentially leaving town tomorrow out of the country.
Right.
So he's got a lot on his plate today.
Right. We want to love on him. Right. And guys that are having a bad day too, love on them even more. Right. We love on them even more. I hope God gives them a little bit of a break today. Amen.
How cool would it be if we could get some pictures of him kissing his kid though? Like that would be some cool data to have in privy. If we get that going.
Right.
Figured out the motivation of these people. But I did find another property that could be worth a look here, you guys. So this one's on Euclid. I think that's how you pronounce that. I always wonder about that one. But
hey, I just was Bobby, Emily, did we have an email go out this morning by chance? I just saw a message that they didn't receive an email this morning.
Emily just left. I'm not sure.
Okay. Maybe that's
by
why
the way, you guys, I wanted to mention too that the promo code for Privy Ronnie is still live. So if you're wanting to get in on that 20% off first month special, use that promo code Ronnie. And then what's the domain you got, Jamil?
Runprivy.com.
Runprivy.com.
This is a good house. 135.
Ooh, check this out too.
Yeah.
They're actually saying we got data that says it's a single family, but it says it's a duplex.
On the backside, there's some like,
oh wow, okay,
isolated outhouse. I mean, it looks pretty gnarly.
Hey Bobby, are you able to send out an email?
Yes and no, not fully on all of them. We have multiple platforms.
Okay.
14 days.
Is it too late? Yeah,
we're
ending in half an hour. Left, It's too late. Oh well, you eager beavers made it, and the ones who didn't.
Let's take a look at this one, Ronnie. 135 is what they're asking. It's a 5-2 up down. So they said they're rented out separately, but in the assessor's data, they call this a single family, but it is not. They have it set up as a duplex. This would be a good rental. Partial. So let's make a call on this one, Ronnie.
Yes, sir. 307 North Euclid Avenue. I'm just looking.
You looking at the comps?
Yeah. So Jamil, question for you, or Benson. So with that duplex, I'm looking at the other comps. Are we still running this off of, because this is multifamily versus single family, right? We don't really have any multifamily comps that I see here.
Well, yeah, it's technically a single family. That's why they put multifamily in the description, is because they can't technically call it correct. A multifamily.
We've got to comp it as a single family.
Oh, okay. Sweet.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this one down the way was just flipped. It sold for 276. It's a little bit older. It's still within a reasonable time frame.
Yep. What did they buy it at?
They bought this house for $45K.
That looks like new construction to me, but
It isn't.
It's
It was,
not.
yeah, it was built in 1900 or something like that. Yeah, 1900.
Yes, guys, you absolutely, the 20% off is for the yearly membership, right? Benson?
Both the yearly and the monthly.
Okay, it's for both monthly and yearly. Some people are saying that you could not get it for monthly. Is that true, or is that?
100% they can. Yeah, it's $77 for your first month.
Guys,
If you use promo code Ronnie.
if they're having a, yeah, I'm seeing $77 a month. So if they're having a problem with that, who do they reach out to?
Well, I mean, I can look into it right now, but I don't think that's an issue. We had some of those come in.
Some of them are getting user error when they do it.
Brian says, I tried it on the annual and it didn't work. It appeared that the annual was already discounted 20%. That promo code only works with the monthly special, not the annual.
No, it is. So the annual on its own is $1,164. 20% off of that is $930. But that includes a bundled special. So it includes my course. It includes the coaching calls. It includes the buyers list, all the bundled special. That's so the price for the annual is $930. That's 20% off.
The code
the
is
normal.
Ronnie, guys.
Right. So they're asking
Ronnie.
if there's an additional another 20% off if they use the code Ronnie, but that's not the case, right?
No,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah, the price
20%.
is
Yeah, it's normally it's $1,500, guys. And if you use the code Ronnie, it was like 900 and something.
930. Yep.
930. And it's totally worth it to do the yearly. And we see, like, you know, there's 400 of you guys with us right now, but like 100 of you or 150 of you still don't have it. So go and sign up for this, guys. This promo code will end today.
Mm-hmm.
And then you will pay full price.
Yep.
So this is a 275 ARV. What do we need to pick this up for? I think, Ronnie, you want to pick that. You want to get that house up at about 110. You want to give this guy a call?
Yes, sir. One second, Jamil. Can you guys give me 1 second? I'm just getting the information to put in a batch dialer, and then we'll call him.
Okay. In the meantime, guys, while Ronnie is muted, if you guys are getting value from this and you think, hey man, I'd love to be in this world with the whole community and do this every day and have, you know, the entire family helping me out, comping deals, doing deals with me. April has a link to have a conversation with us to be a part of the Astro family. You absolutely need to check us out, guys. The Astro community is game changing.
Ronnie, you see that you got the number? Here's the cell. And I don't know how you pronounce that. Jamil, maybe you know. Is this Ravindran?
Ravindran Doodler.
Is that an Indian name?
Yes. South Indian.
Yeah, looks like it. All right. We're really having to push on this last deal for Ronnie. Okay. Yeah, so there's another flip here too, you guys, that went for 281. 382. They got it for 189. Now it's much, this wasn't a flip, but they did do some improvements to it. The original sale was back in 2018. But since then, you can see here that they've done, you know, a little bit of updating, but not much. We can't hear you, Ronnie. You're muted.
Hey, Okay, so Robbie Dudler, I apologize, sir. Mr. Dudler, nice to meet you. My name is Ronnie Skyberg. I'm an investor. I'm also a fireman, and I'm actually looking to connect with you in order to buy a potential property in off of 121 North. Well, 1 second, sir.
Yeah.
I just screwed that up.
It's on Euclid.
Okay, there we go. I apologize, sir. It was another property I was looking at from earlier. It's 307 North Euclid Avenue, Indianapolis.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right.
So I'm just curious about this property. What's going on with it in terms of it being listed for 14 days now? Is there anything going on with it that, you know, anything wrong with the roof, the plumbing, the electrical, anything like that?
It is going to require some repairs. The roof is okay. The flat roof on the back of the kitchen may be requiring some repair. That's what I see happening to the stairwell going to the basement. I see some moisture, but the rest of the rooms are dry. I don't see any roof issue, but it does require siding, gutters. Some of the upstairs windows need to be replaced. The main level has new windows, new electrical, new plumbing on the main level. Let's see, flooring, I think you can use it as is. So there should be a stove. Kitchen might need some renovation. Garage needs to be rebuilt or fixed up. The walls that's broken. So yeah, it does need some care to fix it up. Some updates have been happening, so you could do more to make it rentable or required. It's a single family home, but it could convert to a duplex if you add a meter for water and what's the other one? Electric. There's a gas. 2 gas meters exist for this home.
Okay, they do exist, and both of those are the gas meters both plumbed, ready to rock and roll.
They are into the house. You have to. I think they may have combined into 1 meter. It could be a plumber can do that internally. I think the meters do exist on the street from a utility point of view.
Okay, great. And then what's going on with the sellers on this property? What are they looking to do with it? I mean, obviously they're looking to sell it, but and how motivated are they to get rid of this property?
They are very motivated. They could close before 15th.
Close.
So that they,
I'm sorry, sir. Close before what?
October 15th.
Okay.
So that they could redeem whatever tax liens that are on this, so they could, move forward instead of holding on to.
Okay. Okay. Great. And are you able to pull some comps in the area on that property and send over to my email address so that I could evaluate the property and put a proper offer in for you guys?
Yeah, sure, Ronnie. I can do that. If you text me your email address, I can send you comps for that subdivision as well as nearby, so you get an idea.
Okay, great. And question for you. Well, it's not actually a question. I mean, I'm looking to have an agent out there that works with investors. Do you work with investors often outside of this property, sir?
I do. We quite a few out of state investors we work with.
Fantastic. So long story short, I do want to tackle this property. I do want to put an offer in, but I also want to build a relationship with you outside of this property. So whether we get this property or not, I'm looking to find agents, especially agents such as yourself, that work with investors. Like I told you, I'm an investor. I'm a fireman, so I'm a straight shooter. I don't play games. I like to help people out. My partner, his name is Tarek El Moussa from the show Flipper Flop on HGTV. I don't know if you've ever heard of him, but we like to make communities look pretty. So what I would like to do is get a hold of my partner, and I'll call you back in about 5 minutes, and I'd love to put in an offer with you. That being said, just confirming you will represent me on the purchase side.
That's right.
Okay,
yes.
Great. Let me get a hold, and so they want to close by October 15th, correct?
That's correct.
Okay, cool. And where do they plan on going? Do they need help at all on their end, or are they pretty good to go?
But the seller is good to go. If you want come and see the home, I can show you a lockbox code to get inside.
Okay.
Have a handyman that works with you, who wants to do an estimation, you can do that.
Okay.
Idea of what's involved in fixing upstairs and main level.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll send you the comms immediately as soon as you send me an email address, that I can email that to you.
Fantastic. And I'll get back to you shortly. And I just want to reiterate with you in terms of what I was actually trying to say to you, and I don't know if I miscommunicated it to you, but like I said, I'm looking to work with investors, but this seller of this property, because they sound like they're super motivated to get rid of it, do you need any assistance, or can we work as a team to find them another property, or are they good to go?
No, they are good to go.
Okay.
They looking to buy another one.
Okay. Okay. Roger that. I'll get back to you in about 5 minutes. Let me contact my partner, and then we'll put in a good solid offer for you, sir.
Thanks, Ronnie.
Thank you. All right. Bye-bye.
Boom. Bro,
Nice
that
call.
was so good. Ronnie, people want to know, because it sounds like you've been having conversations with agents for the last like 20 years. Where did you learn how to have these conversations?
How long you got, Jamil? So long story short, I told you guys I had to learn how to talk, and I wasn't kidding.
I mean, specifically with realtors.
Yeah.
Like what
Yes,
did
sir.
you do?
Yes, sir. Literally. So what happened is I literally had to learn how to talk, and then I went to realtors, and I literally called them on the phone from day one. Tarek said, call as many realtors as you can and just learn how to speak this business. And so I spoke to probably, you can pull up batch dialer. How many agents are there? 5,000? Around 5,000.
What?
Amazing. So
Yeah.
practice, just practice.
Yep. 5,000. But what's cool is what's cool is I went unchecked. So nobody was watching me while I was practicing. I was utilizing Jamil, Tarek, Benson, you name it, all of these big shots that do this stuff and put on programs and masterminds. And I utilize their knowledge and their skills. And I try to take each of one of their strengths and try to make it one of mine. And I'm still sharpening the knives every day. And what's cool though is now I'm not unchecked, and I have Jamil over here listening to me, and people and you guys in the audience listening to me, which is awesome, because now I'm just going to get better. So I'm not unchecked, I'm not unaccounted for now. So I'm like, it's rad, because now I get to learn.
It's funny. Kimberly said, "Why is this Ronnie's first deal then?" Because Kimberly, he hadn't put it all together yet. That was the thing. Ronnie came to me and Tarek and was like, "Guys, I'm directionless. I don't know what to do. Like I think I've got a piece here. I got a piece here. I got a piece here. I got a piece here. But like, I can't make it work." And so I said to Ronnie, I'm like, you know what? Forget that. We got to fix this. We're gonna get you start to finish. We're gonna have a challenge, and we're gonna get Ronnie a deal. And the reason why we did this way, so that you guys could all watch it, because some of you guys out there have been going for quite a while, and you haven't had any result. Right? You haven't had any result. And so like literally we're sitting here showing it to you from start to finish. He had to start using Privy first and foremost. He wasn't using the right tool. So if he's just shooting out, if he's just calling agents to call agents, what good is that? Have a tool, have something to talk about. I mean, do you think that was a big game changer for you, Ronnie, having properties to actually go after, knowing exactly how much you needed to offer for them? Was that a big process? Was that a big reason why you were able to get your first deal done?
Yes, sir. That was, and for everybody, it's been 10 months, 18, and I'm not trying to brag about work hours, 18 to 20-hour days, but in terms of just getting my mind right, it wasn't even about really, it's just getting my mind right. And so once I got my mind right and I started talking to agents like Jamil's tapping onto, or I'm going to tap onto with Privy, is the problem that I was having is I was putting in too low ball of offers, not good enough offers. They were just everywhere because I didn't know what the buyers were looking to buy in that area. So, I mean, I would put in offers here in California, but then put in an offer in Indianapolis, and the markets are so extreme and so different that my numbers weren't working right. And so once I got privy, things changed. It took me about 3 weeks, I would say roughly, to learn the system. I hooked up with Benson and I'm still learning it. There's a lot to learn, but as soon as I got it, I literally put my first offer in within 5 minutes. I kid you not. It was out in Indio. I put in an offer. And the lady's name is Juma. And maybe should we call her? Like, honestly, I told her I'd get back to her in a month and I sent her an LOI and I haven't gotten back to her, but she's reached out to me once or twice. It's out in Indio. It's a short-term rental possibly. But that's what I did. And ever since Privy came along, it's just, now I'm always motivated, but I guess like this just gave me some more fuel or energy. And now I get to actually put the skills that I've learned into play.
Guys, don't worry about what an LOI is. It's not a thing. It's Ronnie just does it because it's like he's doing extra work. It's unnecessary. Right? Ronnie, you got to stop those.
Yes, sir.
They're not gonna return on your time. Okay. I want you to make 3 more calls instead of sending people LOIs. It's just
sir.
like Mel said.
Yes, sir.
Cross those out.
Okay.
You don't need an LOI. Stop asking.
Okay. Yes, sir. All right. So LOI.
I'm responding to the chat. That's all.
Hey, Ronnie, I want to say one last thing about this, man. It looks like you're having fun with this too, right? Like,
I love Jamil.
Before, when you were doing all that hard work, like you probably weren't having any fun with this. And now it's like you got a big smile on your face. You're fired up. Like, this is fun again. I know so many people who hate getting on the phone. They hate doing the business because they get anxious. It's painful. You're having fun with this, man. No wonder you're just gonna make a ton of money now.
I'm excited. Yeah, it's fun. Benson, you hit it on the head. It's fun. It's fun. Yeah, that's all. That's it. It's fun. It's fun.
Let's call this guy back.
What's fun is when you make these mistakes and they fix you, and then you get to use it next time, and then you sound really cool. All right, ready?
Yeah, we're gonna get this thing locked up at 110.
110. Okay, so he's got tax liens. Roof is okay. He needs some repair done on the backside, stairwell, basement, siding. ARV's 275, 110.
Hey, Ronnie, really leverage that mid-October closing. Okay. An average buyer is not going to be able to do that for him. So you want to make sure he knows that you can move quickly and that you're unique in being able to do that. And that's why he needs to go with your offer.
Okay. All right, here we go. And this guy's name is Robert. Robbie.
Hey, is that your wife, Ronnie?
No, it's my sister. She's right next to me.
Can we see her?
So where is she? Come here. Come over.
Hey, sis. Hi.
She's rad.
Hey, did you hear Ronnie made a deal today?
Yeah.
Are you proud of him?
Yeah, I've been here the whole time.
How cool, right?
I'm his cheerleader.
Yay! Are you guys business partners?
Yes.
I'm business partners with my sister too.
Yes. Rad, huh?
It's the best.
Bond. Are you guys twins?
No, I got 3 or 4 years on her, but now.
But you could, you definitely look like you could be twins.
Wonderful.
Same smile. Beautiful.
So nice to meet you.
Thank you. Nice to meet you guys.
All right, let's do this guy. Let's get Robert.
All right, Ronnie, let's kill this one.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, hold that phone closer to the microphone so we can hear the agent more. Yeah, Benson was totally flirting.
Remember what you said earlier before everything started? It's fine. All right.
Benson's single, by the way.
You can be my romantic coach, Jamil. You can start a new YouTube channel with that sultry voice.
Yep. He's rich and he's smart.
Hello, Ravi here. Missed your call. Please leave your name and a number and a short message. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you and have a nice day.
Okay, so everyone's asking, hey, how do you know what percentage of ARVs? So guys,
this is Ronnie. I'm just giving you a call back in terms of that property off of Euclid. I'd like to put in an offer. I just got off the phone with my partner. Please give me a call back, 714-469-1863. Thank you very much, sir. Bye-bye. Okay.
So, how do we find out, or how do we know what percentage of ARV to ask? So first and foremost, if you're in astro flipping, I have a US ARV map where I've gone and done research on every market, major market in the United States. And I tell you what percentage of ARV to offer if it's a cosmetic, what percentage of ARV to offer if it's a full gut. But also, did you guys see that Benson was able to figure that out by just looking at a few houses and seeing where did investors purchase at? What percentage of ARV did investors purchase at? And Benson agreed and verified that it was 45%, which is exactly what I said. And so you can, if you're not in astro flipping and you have privy, you can find this out for yourself by just doing exactly what Benson showed us to do.
Yep. It's one click, you guys. I just clicked the fix and flip button at the top of the screen here in the market, and it'll show you all of the percentages of ARVs that these flippers are buying at. It's a data-driven approach, you guys. This isn't
making
magic.
This shit up.
It's not magic. We're not just like, creating some formula. It is basically just looking at what they're buying at right here, 40%, right? And every property is different. Like if it's a complete gut, then they have to get at a lower percentage of ARV to make the numbers work. If it's like that one we looked at earlier, which was basically just cosmetic, then they can go a little bit higher. Look at this one. They bought this one at 74%, and this one looks to be like complete overhaul.
They overpaid.
There's
I want
no way
they made money on that.
On my
188 to
like
255. They spent all of that in the rehab.
But that's the interesting thing about wholesaling is it doesn't matter if they overpaid, because they bought it from somebody, right? So I want overpayers on my list.
True, but they typically when they overpay and lose money, they only do it once. And for me, I want my buyers to make money and do well and buy again and buy again and buy again. So that's why I'm trying to buy deep enough so that my buyers love me.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
Can you point out exactly where they can see that percentage of ARV, Benson? They're asking. Can you use your mouse and show them? Yes. See this?
Yeah, right here.
There, right there, guys. See that?
So they bought it for 188, sold it for 255. The way they come up with 74% is you divide 255 into what they bought it for, and that's how you got the 74%. And this right here is the gross margin. That's without subtracting out any costs, construction fees, realtor fees, financing, other soft costs. Profit has to all be wrapped up in that 67 grand.
This absolutely works for licensed agents, guys. You can be an investor if you're a licensed agent. You can be an investor if you're an unlicensed person. It works for everybody. You don't need to find a reason why. Let me tell you what your brain is doing right now. Your brain is trying to create reasons why something won't work. When you ask a question, does this work for? Does this work for? Does this work for? Is this good for? Will this be for? That's the brain. That's the subconscious mind creating reasons why something won't work. And you want to know why it's doing that? Because it wants to save you $77 a month. I'm not kidding you.
Yeah. But it also wants to save you from failing.
Yeah, it wants you to preserve your ego so that you don't feel like a failure in life, because the ego wants you to feel like the man. But let me tell you what, if you're not doing stuff in your life, then you ain't the man. You ain't the lady. Mm-hmm. Let's go. Let's get one more.
Ronnie, are you on the phone with somebody?
No, sir. I just got off. Well, I tried calling him back and I left him a message. So just waiting for him.
Okay. Well, we'll keep this one on hand here. Let's see if we can find something else to write an offer on. This one here was one that is interesting. Look at this one. It's 91 grand.
Ooh, that looks like a full gut punch.
Full gut. I mean, they bought it back in 2008 for
Privy is
72.
separate from Astro. It's just one of the tools we use in Astro. So yes, if you're an Astro student, you still should get, you should get Privy. In fact, it's necessary. It's a tool.
You guys, if you've ever tried to do what we're doing manually, you'd be next to impossible. And the other thing is that we know the majority of you guys aren't doing this full time. So all that other stuff you're spending time doing is wasting the time that you can be doing, like Ronnie, where he's being super focused and laser focused on money making activities, not running comps on 1,000 properties to find the 5 that really make sense. We're plucking those out using the algorithms and using the investor activity, being able to look at determine the ARVs by looking at the homes that were fixed and flipped, seeing what percentage of ARV they bought it at, you know, finding buyers and agents and all that stuff so much more quickly. It's a game changer. When I was out in Florida, Jamil, where we got a chance to meet, you wouldn't believe how many people came up to me that were just like, thank God for Privy, like literally thank God. Like I don't think of it as any sort of like divine intervention, but people were, one girl made over $100,000 in the last 3 months from assignment fees that were properties she just found on Privy.
Bro, it's game changing, dude.
In her part-time.
Game changer. Like you and I connecting and amplifying this, and you know how many lives we've changed, bro?
It's amazing.
Is that dude gonna pick up the phone, or what's going on with him? Want to try him again?
Yeah, I'm doing it again, Jamil.
Call. Please leave your name and a number.
He must be in a meeting or something. It's going straight to voicemail now.
Okay.
All right.
Cool.
70 to 170.
We got about 5 minutes left here, guys. I don't think it makes sense for Ronnie to get into, you know, looking at another house right now. It's just it looks like we're at the end of our session here, very close. But I want to answer some questions, okay? So first and foremost, people are asking, how will we get the recordings for this? So guys, I have a special, if you're an Astro flipping, you will absolutely receive these recordings, but I'm going to be putting these recordings on my YouTube for those that are a part of my YouTube membership. So Bobby is putting in the link for my YouTube membership. You guys should absolutely sign up for that. I will be doing a weekly coaching session in the YouTube, on my YouTube. It's only for my YouTube people. So even Astro students, they won't have access to that. It's only going to be just for my YouTube folks, right? So if you're an Astro, you should absolutely sign up for my subscription-based YouTube channel. It's just going to be very high level, very, very into the weeds coaching. Okay. It's not the same as subscribing. It's not the same. It's a different thing. The membership is different from subscribing to my YouTube. The subscription, or sorry, the membership does have a small cost to it, but it's absolutely worth it. Imagine just being able to ask me questions all like whap, 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 whap. And it's all about you, right? So it's going to be an incredible thing. So absolutely, you want to do that. Secondly, there's the link to my YouTube. You can click on that. Bobby, can you spam it in the chat, because people are putting a lot of things in between? Spam it in there. There you go. There you go, guys. Click on that, and you can sign up for the YouTube membership, which I believe is absolutely worth it. Gonna have some pretty high level guests in there quite often. I'm gonna have Ronnie in there as well.
Yeah.
Ronnie, you actually would be my first guest.
Sweet. I like
We'll
it.
do some great Jerry Norton will come on. Absolutely. It's going to be, yeah, it's $99 a month. But it's great for any of you guys that are like, man, it's like, I don't have a lot of funds. I can't, you know, buy a big mentorship, or I can't do this, I can't do that, but I still want to be able to ask questions. I still want to be a part of what your world is. I still want to do what I'm doing here and learn from you. So that's a great great way for those of you that are really limited on funds. Of course, the astro flipping community is in amazing and very, very valuable. And so if you have an interest in joining the astro flipping program, April has a link for us that she's going to be putting in the chat right now. There you go. You absolutely want to join Astro. No, you will not get these recordings from the Privy. Privy won't be emailing out these recordings, unfortunately. It's only going to be available behind my YouTube subscription. But you only got the Privy discount by being here. It's not, the Privy discount is not extending past today.
Yeah, and a couple people had questions about the difference between the annual and the monthly. So monthly, use promo code Ronnie, you get 20% off your first month. You get access to training. You're also going to get access to the our mastermind, which we do twice a week, Mondays and Thursdays. With the annual plan, there's a bunch of bonuses that I normally sell for $1,500, you guys. So it gets you access to a national buyers list. You get access to a hedge fund list that's nationwide. It's got close to 500 hedge funds on it. A private money lender list that has over 400 people on it. A fix and flip guide. We've got grandfathered pricing. It's just, we wrap all that together, and then I add on top of it my course that I built to teach you how to do this nationwide in any market. I basically documented the same process that I used to start doing wholesale deals in the St. Louis market from Colorado. So we bundle that up for you, and then we have coaching calls that we do every single week. So you get 52 coaching calls, and that's all for $930. When you do sign up for that, you're going to get an email with the bonuses, and then I'm going to send you a second email bonus that has the private money lender list as well as the hedge fund list. That'll come separate. So those will come to you via email. All right. Promo code Ronnie, RONNIE.
And can you just quickly show people how to upgrade if they want to go to the annual plan and get a discount? Because we've got that. People have asked that a bunch of times. So
if you're on the monthly plan already, you definitely want to upgrade before, as soon as you can. So if you come over here to the billing section, go into account billing, and there's going to be a big button there. Mine's different, but it's going to show you an upgrade button. This is my admin account. And then you just go upgrade and make sure you enter that promo code there so that we can get you all the bonuses and get you locked in on that grandfathered pricing as well.
So just so for those of you that are asking, I will be doing the coaching calls on the first Wednesday of every month in October, the first Wednesday of every month. I will be doing the coaching calls in the YouTube behind the membership. So Astro students, if you want to come in and hop into that, you can do that. If you are not an Astro student, you can hop in and do that. It's going to be absolutely worth it. You want to join that. You want to be a part of that, because then you can get direct access and I can help you out. It's going to be great. Ronnie's going to join us. It's going to be fun. Okay. Can't wait. Benson, Ronnie, we did an incredible thing. We got you your deal. We actually completed the task, bro. You're $5,000 richer at the end of 72 hours than you were when you started.
Yes, sir.
And Tarek and I are going to do a flip together.
Yeah. That's going to be cool.
I am absolutely grateful for you. I'm grateful for all of you who joined us for the last 3 days. Grateful to Emily and Bobby for all of their tireless work and support and making these things happen and doing a great job for us. Apologies to those of you who didn't get the email this morning. I'm sorry that happened. And I appreciate all of you going into your emails and clicking on yesterday's link to get here. 400 of you are super on top of it. And so you deserve you deserve to have seen today, because you didn't wait. You didn't say, hey, I didn't get an email, so it probably must not be happening. You went to yesterday's email and you clicked here. You're motivated. It says a lot about you. Benson, thank you for creating the most incredible tool in real estate. Thank you for being with us for the last 3 days and spending time, taking time away from your non-existent family and being with us. But I'm pretty sure that there were at least 800 people here, of which probably, I'd say 25% of them were ladies. And out of the 25% who are ladies, I think that there's at least 10 or 15 who want to go on a date with you.
I am taking applications. I'll get an email sent out with a Google form. You guys can just submit your request through the form there.
Guys, if you're looking for a deal, Benson is actually 65% of ARV right now.
Hey, give him me for a little bit. I'll make his ARV go up.
Oh my God.
That is hilarious.
I love you guys. You guys are so much fun. Thank
You guys
Vincent.
are so
Thank
good.
so
You
much,
guys are so
Vincent.
good. We love you, everybody. We are so grateful for this entire community. This was golden. The last 3 days were so fun. I don't know when the next challenge is going to be. I have no idea. Life has gotten super busy. We got a whole bunch of things going on. So it was really, really good that you guys joined us. This was valuable. Everybody got so much from it. Ronnie.
Oh, yeah.
Benson.
Amazing.
Bobby, Emily, and all 400 of you that joined us today. God bless you. Stay up.
Bye, everyone.
Take care.
So much fun. So much fun. That was
wow.
So much fun. That was so much fun.
So funny.
That was so much fun.
Wasn't it cool?
Yes, I love that you guys are like watching me and then putting me in check. I love it. It's great.
That's our job, bro.
Yeah, I love that. I love it because sometimes I'm talking, I'm like, I don't know if I don't want to open up the can of worms, you know?
Dude, having Jamil in your ear on the phone is so good. Just
say it again.
Having Jamil like in your ear, 150.
Oh, yeah.
I'm seeing 150 ARV. Can you send me those examples?
Oh, I know. It was great. I was thinking with Jamil too, because batch dialer, you do a good job. Like it's easy. I can hear you because I feel like I can flow with you while I'm doing it. That's the truth. I feel like it's coming and then boom. You're like,
by the way, everybody can still see us.
Can they?
Yeah.
Can they hear us?
Mm-hmm. The
hi guys.
Chat's going off.
Great.
Hi. The headphone on like a batch dialer, I think it's batch dialer that allows it, or it's Umi phone service that I have where you can put a headset on and you can whisper into their ears. Ooh. So like when my sister goes to do this stuff, Jamil, because I'm going to try to teach her some of the stuff talking, I'm going to be able to try to whisper in her ears like, hey, say this, you know? So.
Yeah. For those of you that are asking, does the whispering come? We can hop on calls during that and I'll whisper at you and help you guys out. Hell yeah.
So rad.
Hell yeah, we'll do that.
Yeah.
Join the YouTube, guys. You absolutely don't want to sleep on the YouTube. Join it. There's 230 of you still on here right now. 275 of you right now. Put that in the chat, bro. Can you put it one more time in the chat a bunch of times? Spam them. How many people joined, Bobby? Can we tell?
I haven't looked yet.
I'd love to have that thing just pop off, man. It would be so, what a cool little community we'll create in the YouTube.
Yeah. What's the what?
Joel, I think you should join the YouTube if you're in the course. It's just an extra day with me. It's just an extra day, an extra call.
You said once a month, Jamil?
I'm going to do it more often than that. Guaranteed once a month, but I'll probably do it twice. And all the challenges will be there. Like everything that, because we're not going to be putting the challenges on the normal YouTube anymore. So you'll only get them if you're in the subscribed YouTube.
Right.
I'm curious. Jamil, am I able to share my screen at all?
Yep. Yeah, they'll be long. I'll go. I'm going to go 5 hours, Brent. Hell yeah. I don't, you know me. I don't go baby. I go hard.
Jamil, some of these guys are asking for just indirect, kind of like what my schedule is. Do you want me to show them?
Sure.
It's okay. Hey, everybody. It's not really like it constantly changes because I was off duty with a shoulder injury and just studying and learning. And so my schedule would constantly change on like a monthly basis based on my family and my 2 girls as well. So now I'm going to light duty, which consists of Monday through Thursday, some weird times. And then once I go back full duty, I'm gonna hook up with some people in Astro, and they're gonna be able to make me a workflow that's gonna work particularly to me. So let me share what I'm doing with right now. So I don't know if you guys can see that. That's currently my schedule. So up early in the morning, hit a podcast to get my brain going. Either it's
Nice.
affirmations or it's the man you guys are looking at, Jamil or Tarek or Pace or somebody that needs to give me information that can soak into my brain while it's early in the morning. I'm very into natural stuff. So I believe in it's kind of crazy, but there's alpha waves in the morning when you wake up, and these waves absorb information very rapidly, such as affirmations and anything that you're trying to utilize or learn. So affirmations in the morning and at night before bedtime. And then right here, 5 a.m., I basically on the road from 4 to 4:30, I cruise out to the fire department. I get there, so I'm listening to my podcast, my affirmations, and I hit the fire department all day. And what I don't do is I literally don't check my phone. I don't do anything because my concentration and focus has to be on literally helping people and save their lives. I can't be thinking about ARVs and all that other information in my head.
Mm-hmm.
But the glory to this whole thing is as soon as I check out at 2:30, it's game time. So then I have agent outreach and privy, and this is going to change, I'm assuming, with what Jamil's told me and what I'm hearing, because what I was doing was I was scrubbing agents and calling them all. And now I'm creating a long-term relationship by doing follow-up emails with them and so forth. But why I have privy in here is because now I know the system, and I know that I can just constantly call privy or utilize homes on privy to call those agents. And that's how I'm going to be able to do my agent outreach. Is that good, Jamil? Or what's your
Absolutely, dude. This is real life, bro. This is why it's so important that people can see, like, you look at this man, he's dedicated and he's time blocked. This is exactly what time blocking means. These are blocks of time, and he's got it all scheduled.
Yeah, I have, yeah. I have, where is it on?
Yes, Cisco, you get a discount on privy. You just got to go. You've got to use the code. You got to use the code, Cisco.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, so it was all time blocked out, and that's what I learned was like through Tarek. His schedule is so crazy, and I was like, wow. And I'm sure Jamil's is even crazier. I mean, Jamil, do you even do time blocks now? Like you got blocks within blocks?
I've
right?
got, yeah, my day is very, 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 I wake up at 5 a.m. An hour. I have meditation, vitamins, and then, just bathroom time. And then I work out for an hour, and then I have my day, right? So either I'm filming, or I'm at Keighley, or I'm working with my astro flipping folks. That'll go from typically 8 a.m. till about 4. Then on Monday, I've got Wholesale Hotline. On Tuesday, I have my coaching calls with Astro. So my Astro coaching call goes from 5 till 10. So I work another 5 hours there. Now on Wednesdays, I'll be doing my YouTube. At least right now it's guaranteed once a month, but I'm probably going to do it twice a month for the YouTube subscription. So I'm going to be doing 4 hours or 5 hours of coaching calls on the YouTube. Then I'm going to go and then on Thursdays, I have, again, my morning, full day of filming or working at Keighley and then Astro. And then Thursday evening is usually the evening that I spend either I have dinner with my wife, or we watch a movie together, or we do something. Friday, again, it's same thing, going right up until about 8 o'clock. And then Saturday, same thing, go until about 8 o'clock. And then Sunday, I have another coaching call with my Astro peeps. So it's 7 days a week. I actually don't have, I don't take a day off, but I don't need one. I don't need a day off. I don't see the point of them. I love what I do.
Yeah, that's cool. I love that. I love that.
Guys, we're going to take off here.
I love that.
Ronnie, I'm so proud of you, bro.
Thank you, sir.
Send us an assignment.
Yes, sir.
We got to find out from Tarek in a group chat. Find out from Tarek what entity we're going to take this down in. Are we going to take it down in personally, or are him and I going to start a company in Florida? We got to figure this out. When's close of escrow on that?
Close of escrow is let me pull that up real quick. I want to say it's like, I can't remember, Jamil. I got 15 to 20 seconds, somewhere around there.
Find out.
Yeah, I have it. Hold on, I got it right here. I actually sent that information to Denise last night. So close of escrow is inspection period ends 10:03. Close of escrow, where are you? 10:13.
10:13. Got it. Okay.
Yes, so I'm going to call the inspector right now. Is there anybody that you got that?
There was somebody in the chat who had an inspector out there. Denise might have somebody for you. Ask Denise if she's got someone.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, cool. And with my schedule, Jamil, what I plan on doing is waking up super early, and then East Coast is 3 hours ahead, and calling them so that I can have more time with the family. But
awesome. Melissa Garcia says she's got somebody in an inspector in St. Pete for us. Let's get that information from her.
Okay. Melissa,
there you go. There's the number right there. 813-847-3959.
818. Okay.
813-847-3959.
Okay.
Thank you, Melissa.
Great.
Here's another one. Steve Inspection, 727-698-5802.
You get me, Sam?
No, I'm not.
Oh, she's on. Oh yeah. You're saying these quick, Jamil. I don't have,
sorry, 727 698 5802.
Okay.
That's Steve Inspection.
Okay.
Kimberly asked, is it typical to hire an inspector to get a price drop? It's not our intention to go get a price drop. It's to know what we're walking into, Kimberly. But look, if what I'm buying is in more disrepair than our original expectation, then of course we're going to try to get in a price drop. Why not? Especially in the market like today, where we have that ability. Get it done. Make your money. Qualified inspections. Here's another one. 727 505
okay
7639.
All right.
You're wonderful. God bless you guys. Have a good day. Thanks for watching another one of my YouTube videos. Now it's your turn to go out and take some action. But before you do, like and subscribe to my channel, because the law of reciprocity means you owe me